and welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. Today is Monday, 10 November 2025. I'm Bernard Chele, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. Not so honorable as Wende receives backlash from citizens for demanding more perks. ZANU-PF condemned for demeaning women. Scala appears in court in South Africa. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. Kwadzana Member of Parliament Charlton Wende is receiving serious backlash from citizens over his demands for more perks for MPs from the government. Wende, who now frequently praises ZANU-PF dictator Emmerson Mnangagwa, is demanding that each MP gets US $150,000 for housing. We spoke to former MP Eric Gono, who shared his views with regards to MP's latest demands. He said,
I am of the view that Zimbabweans must interrogate the issue of priorities in terms of which matters to raise and at what point. What Honorable Wende raised about the issue of the welfare of members of parliament, I think it's an important issue, but the priority, order of priority, I think is what needs to be questioned. I don't think that it's a strategic move to want to talk about increase in terms of members of parliament's benefits at a time when most or all of the major hospitals in this country do not have simple things like paracetamol. I don't think that it's a strategic move to talk about an increase in benefits of members of parliament when there is so much people that are dropping out of school because of failing to pay fees, as an example. So I think that Honorable Wende's motion of wanting to get more in terms of benefits for members of parliament is not a bad thing. They need to have a stable life, but first they must look at their public welfare before they talk about their own welfare.
ZANU-PF has been condemned for demeaning women following the launch of a controversial affiliate dubbed Top Soup for ED. Opposition women leader and women rights advocate Sitabile Mlilo said women should never be used as tools of sexual gratification in politics. She said controversial organizations like the so-called Top Soup for ED demean women by treating them as objects. Let's hear Mlilo speaking.
Good evening to all our viewers. Really, this is a disturbing issue for us to hear that there is a grouping that is calling itself Top Soup for ED, especially when we are a country that actually abides with laws and protocols that we have actually signed, especially when we look at when we actually see that it's now about 30 years after signing to the Beijing platform, and we still come back and see women as objects as a country. And I'm really disappointed that ZANU-PF can actually have what they call Top Soup for ED. What is it that they mean by saying top soup? Top soup for who is going to be eating that top soup? You know, all those questions will be asked. Who is the top soup? How are you selected to be the top soup? And really it makes women become objects to say that you are now top soup, because when we talk about top soup, we're talking about the best soup which is not bent. So who now qualifies you to be the top soup? So this is really disappointing. When we look at this, we are saying that this is after years and years of saying that let's actually make sure that our women are independent of everything. Our women, they are actually given respect, and then we come back again and say our women are top soup, especially when we say they are top soup for ED. So who's going to be eating that top soup? This remains the question now. Who's going to be feeding on that top soup? Thank you very much.
Prominent politician Job Scala, who was arrested last week in South Africa on allegations of having been found in possession of explosives, appeared in court in Pretoria today. Scala is opposing the charges and says the explosives were planted in his car by his political enemies. Let's get the latest from the court on that story.
Prominent Zimbabwean opposition leader Job Sikala, aged 53, and his uncle Alexander Tema, aged 78, appeared in a Pretoria Magistrate Court this morning on charges of illegal possession of explosives. The two were arrested on Friday night in the South African capital while driving a car alleged to have been loaded with explosives. Both men deny any knowledge of the devices. Isaiah Ndawana, a spokesperson for the National Democratic Working Group, told Channel Africa that Sikala is the victim of a trap allegedly set by political enemies in Zimbabwe who want to link him to recent bombings aimed at undermining constitutional activists opposed to President Emmerson Mnangagwa's proposed term extension. Sikala, a veteran opposition activist and a former MP, has had a turbulent political career marked by numerous arrests and legal battles. His supporters and human rights groups say most charges against him were politically motivated. He has been arrested almost 70 times and was held for 595 days before his release in January last year. South Africa's National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson for Gauteng, Lumuka Mahajana, confirmed the appearance and said the pair will return to court on Thursday for a formal bail application.
Basically, the two accused persons appeared before the court today, and their matter was postponed to the 13th of November for a formal bail application. Today, bail application could not proceed because the state needed to still do their bail investigations as to know whether the state will oppose or not oppose bail when the bail is brought on the 13th.
This is Langton Mwanaga reporting for Citizens Movement Radio, CMR.
Mashonaland West Women Proportional Representation MP Honorable Mutsamrombe added her voice calling for compensation of victims of human-wildlife conflict. Her calls comes in the wake of a Kariba woman, Gloria Konde, who was trampled to death by an elephant. Honorable Mrombe said the Wildlife Amendment Bill must address the issue of compensation for victims of human-wildlife conflict. National and Central Opposition official Sam Gondongwe said it is embarrassing that opposition activist Madzibaba Shanduko is languishing in prison for speaking against corruption while corrupt individuals like Wycliffe Ojivayo are roaming free. Gondongwe said Zimbabwe has become a mafia state under Emmerson Mnangagwa, where a powerful cartel of corrupt individuals is protected from prosecution. Gondongwe said,
it is very embarrassing that opposition activist Madzibaba Shanduko is languishing in prison for speaking against corruption and for speaking against the so-called 2030 agenda and the erosion of democracy, while corruption accused individuals like Wycliffe Ojivayo are roaming free in the streets and are even recognized as shrewd business people. Zimbabwe has become a mafia state under Mr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, where a powerful cartel of corrupt individuals are protected from prosecution, while the innocent people are being persecuted for speaking out loud. In Zimbabwe, when you are hungry and you speak that you are hungry, you can be incarcerated, you can be beaten by our police officers as they are sent by the powerful cartels that are now leading this nation. It is disheartening that people who are stealing, even the armed robbers, are being given bail, while the Madzibaba, who only said he doesn't want the 2030 agenda to proceed and corruption to be sustained in this nation, was brutally beaten, and now he is in cells and denied bail on several occasions. This must not be allowed to continue in this era after 45 years of independence, because we are independent in Zimbabwe and everyone has got the right to speak, right to associate, and the right to protest. Distributing flyers is not a crime that can cause somebody to languish in prison, but it's because the corrupt know that if one person starts singing about it and going against it, people will join hands, and the whole mass of the nation will join hands and push them out of their seats. So they quickly take anyone who stands up to speak about the ills that are happening in this nation. So we really want Madzibaba to be out because he's innocent. We are praying for the courts to stand by the rules of the courts, to stand by our constitution that allows anyone to demonstrate. So we are asking the powers that be that Madzibaba should be freed, and Madzibaba should access doctors of his choice so that he is treated. Thank you.
Finance Minister Mthuli Ncube has been accused of cooking up figures after his statement at a pre-budget seminar in Bulawayo, suggesting that the majority of Zimbabweans have now entered the upper middle income bracket. Renowned economist Professor Gift Mugano said the minister is detached from reality, as more than 50% of Zimbabwean population are living in extreme poverty. Professor Mugano said around 87% of the population are not formally employed, and also said the crisis in health and education sectors is not reflective of a nation in upper middle income economic bracket. Former President of Botswana Ian Seretse Khama has described Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu as an illegitimate president who killed your own people to retain power. Khama said it is pathetic for African leaders to kill their own people just to cling on to power against the will of the people. His comments follow the sham election in the East African country where Suluhu was declared winner by 98%. Since then, hundreds of protesters have been murdered by the state in the East African nation. Now let's take a look at our sports news on Citizens Movement Radio. In Northern Region Division 1, Agama FC secured promotion into the Top Flight League after beating FC Oden 4-0. That result, coupled with Scott Sakpanya's Ngombeangora's 1-0 loss to Ngo's under-19, saw Agama securing promotion with 88 points, 2 more than their rivals. It's a moment of revenge for Moz, whose senior was denied the championship on controversial grounds by Ngombeaora's sister club Scotland. Dynamo scored deep in added time to secure a 1-1 draw against relegation rivals Yada Stars, and the result leaves them outside relegation slots going into the final match of the season. Here are results of matches played over the weekend in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. Triangle 4, Kwekwe United 0. Highlanders 1, Manika Diamonds 1. Bigita Minerals 1, Simba Bora 1. Ngezi Platinum 0, Chicken Inn 0. Capes United 0, Moors 0. Scotland 0, Greenfield 0. FC Platinum 0, Herentals 0. ZPC Kariba 0, Tail 1 0. In the English Premier League, Manchester City moved into second place on the log after thumping reigning champions Liverpool 3-0 yesterday. Here are results of other matches played over the weekend. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0. Nottingham Forest 3, Leeds United 1. Brentford 3, Newcastle 1. Tottenham 2, Manchester United 2. Everton 2, Fulham 0. West Ham 3, Burnley 2. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 0. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio News, here are the headlines once more. not so honorable as Wende receives backlash from citizens for demanding more perks. ZANU-PF condemned for demeaning women. Scala appears in court in South Africa. The news on CMR English was brought to you by Bernard Stiele. Me and the whole team wishes you all a wonderful evening. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Good night to you all. Keep on tuned and keep on listening to Citizens Movement Radio, your favorite radio station, speaking truth to power. Meet me again another news bulletin.